My name is Dr. Craig O'Connell. I'm a shark biologist and a conservation engineer, so pretty much I try and come up with new ways, develop new technologies to protect sharks. I'm also the executive director and owner of the Youth Education and Shark Research nonprofit known as OC's Conservation Foundation. I'm a host for the Discovery Channel, and I'm also an award-winning filmmaker through my production company known as Updog Productions. Sharks are incredible animals and they mean a lot to me. I mean, if you think about it, some shark species are apex predators and they have the ability to top-down regulate an entire marine ecosystem. They help maintain the balance, right? So if you remove those sharks, the entire marine environment is going to collapse. So I love sharks and I have dedicated my life to protecting sharks. And so they obviously mean a lot to me, and diving with sharks to me is probably one of the most incredible things you could do. It's not only an adrenaline rush, that's not why I do it, but it really gives you some very good insight as to what these animals truly are. They're curious, they're full of personality, but they 100% deserve our respect. They're extremely powerful predators. And you know, it puts everything into perspective. You hear the media or you see the media and they say that these animals are human eaters, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So it's always nice to go for a dive with these animals and see them for what they really are. I've had so many experiences diving with sharks, some good, some very bad. But I'd have to say the very first time I saw a shark underwater was the most memorable experience of my life diving with these animals. And the reason being is, you know, whenever you see a shark movie or hear about sharks in the news, it's never good. It's sharks targeting people. And so when I was about 16 years old, I participated in a marine mammalogy course down in Key Largo, Florida. And we went snorkeling out at John Pennekamp State Park. And I was exploring. I went a little bit far away from everybody else. I wanted to see what was out there. And you know, I look around and everyone's far away, and I look straight ahead and there's an object, and that object is swimming and getting closer and closer, and eventually I realized what it is. It's a shark, and my heart started to race. You know, immediately I started thinking, this is it for me, is the end of my life. The media, the news, the movies, they all make these animals out to be man-eaters, so this is the end of my life. I'm panicking and I'm frozen with fear, and as that shark gets closer and closer to me, I lock eyes with it, and it locks eyes with me. It's curious. It wants to see what I'm doing in its home. And as it's swimming, you can see it's keeping its eye on me, and eventually it just passes by, and my heart is racing and I'm excited, and I swim back to that boat faster than you can imagine. And eventually when I get back on that boat, I realize exactly what happened. And I had an amazing encounter with a shark, and it basically proved that these animals are not what they're made out to be. These animals are curious, they're full of personality, some of them are very bold, some aren't, but this shark was bold, but they are not human eaters, they're not man eaters. And to me that was the most memorable experience because it changed everything for me, and it incited this whole new passion in me that made me want to do nothing but go out there and learn more about these animals. Through my production company, through Discovery Channel, through my nonprofit, I've had the opportunity to dive with sharks all over the world, and that means I've been diving with so many different species, from great whites, the bulls, the tigers, the great hammerheads, to scalloped hammerheads, to leopard sharks, to dogfish sharks, thresher sharks, blues, shortfin makos, a little bit of everything. And I can't necessarily say that there's a species that's still on my bucket list. There might be locations I want to go diving with sharks that I haven't gotten to go to yet, like Hawaii or Raja Ampat. But I think if there's a particular animal, a marine animal on my bucket list, it would be a humpback whale. I have been dying to dive with a humpback whale. I think they're the most incredibly beautiful animals on the entire planet. So yeah, that's on my bucket list, and I think it might be on everyone's bucket list that likes to go diving. You know, a lot of people are afraid of sharks, and a lot of people are afraid of diving with sharks. And you know, one thing I would like to tell everybody is that sharks are absolutely not what they're made out to be in the movies and in the news. Accidents do happen, yes, but these sharks aren't out there targeting people, because if they were, we would absolutely not stand a chance, and we wouldn't be able to step our toe in that water. So I need people to recognize that. I need people to recognize that these sharks aren't out there targeting people. Does that mean that you could just go out and free dive with a great white shark or tiger shark or bull sharks? No, I think it would be really smart for people, if they want to get a nice introduction into diving with sharks, to do it with a respectable dive master or dive company. That's going to be your safest option, because those people have the knowledge of what to do with these animals so that you can safely get in and enjoy your dive. So yeah, go out there, dive with a respectable dive company, and see these animals for what they really are, and it's going to change your entire perspective.